Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. We're expecting a full house, and they are more than ready to get things started. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. And the Hilltoppers will boot it away to start the game. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Hokies offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from us.
He's back to throw on second down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Hokies with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Hokies will hustle to the line.
And I really like when offenses attack over the middle of the field. Between the linebackers and the safeties, there's usually a soft area that you can usually have some success. And really nice job by this offense taking advantage of those areas.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Wants to throw on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Keeps it and gets the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hokies!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So Western Kentucky's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Gets it out fast. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got an open man. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. From the gun, the running back has it. Discards a man. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
He'll pull it down.
I know he didn't pick up the 1st down, but, man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going for the big play. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't dead.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
To the ground. He's got it again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And the Hokies headed quickly to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning. Just hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll give it to him again. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Trying to get to him. Finds it back in the middle. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
Trying to show their strength with the run on fourth down. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hokies have it with a first and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think first and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on first down.
On second down, just keeps firing. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Getting some heat. Throws to the back. He's got it. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It's good.
That makes the score Western Kentucky 14, Virginia Tech 10.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
On the move. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Hilltoppers get enough for the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's complete. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He's got him in the flat. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Topper. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking to throw on second down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
He lofts one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hokies will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Leaves it with the running back. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying the left side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got his man. Touchdown, WKU. And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. TCU is running away with this one thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up 14 over Baylor. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On 3rd down, going up top. Fires downfield. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He'll just keep slinging it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the catch. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds the tight end. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's hauled in at the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Wants to pass. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Hokies will kick it off to start the second half.
35. Virginia Tech 10.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And the Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind.
What's up? I'm finishing the football game.
Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and
It'll be
defense,
30
obviously,
minutes.
they won a few downs
Probably.
that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
But I'm going to play.
The offense set for a first down play. The give to the left. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the tailback. The Hilltoppers will keep this drive going.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick completion on the out. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hilltoppers will go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. If they can convert here,
usually the way it goes.
They can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Off he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. And the route is on.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
42, Virginia Tech, 10.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Last time,
what's wrong with you?
1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Past the 40. The expressway is wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring that.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They'll try to power it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you need that animal to rock.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They'll toss it to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
Out of the gun to give to the back. That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Hokies will punt this one away. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this
Put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide ball to get down and don't take a big hit.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quick strike complete. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Topper! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Second down after that incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Hale. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves him in. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
They're trying to get to it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure,
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Back to pass, it's Hale. Coming after it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. to the air on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Fires to the big fella. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The aerial assault continues. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Hokies send out the punt unit.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal.
Nobody else joined you?
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
I'll be there short.
Pick up on first down, leaves them with second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great, but at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get... He'll take the deep shot. He makes the catch inside the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this. There are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Got his man down the middle. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hilltoppers line it up with a first and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, WKU! And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
59, Virginia Tech, 10.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner is stopped.
Down at the 11, and the Virginia Tech offense. Will take over.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter like that. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Wants to throw. It's Hale. He's got him this time. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Caught on the outside, it's Spears. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The Hokies are marching down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Getting some heat. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Got it in the middle. It's Spears. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Grabbed over the middle. It's Whalen. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominant. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.